Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I see everyone starting to come in. And just so you know, if you'd love to really connect deeply on this call, would love to have your video on, so we can see your eyes, so we can connect with you live. This is being recorded, but just so you know, you are not being recorded. So this is really just for us to really connect. So make sure that you all are muted as well. And as we're all hopping in here, if you'd like to just share with us in the chat box to let us know where you are joining us from. Oh, welcome, Debbie from South Africa. Beautiful. Welcome. Hello, Mark from Geneva. Hello, Hannah. You're in Mallorca. Beautiful. Welcome. You made it. So I just wanted to ask really quickly with everyone that's online right now. I've had some people mention that they haven't received the recordings in their email the next day. If anyone is experiencing that as well, or if you received the recordings, can you just let me know in the chat box to the right? Because they've gone out, and for some reason, some people have mentioned they've not received it. So I'm having my tech team take a look and see what's happening. Hi, Monica from Barcelona. Okay, Debbie's received it. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, because for some reason, I don't know, but you know, with all of us online these days around the world, sometimes Zoom or email can get a little bit funky. So if for any reason you haven't received the recordings, just so you know, if you have received at least one of them, the link that I share, all the recordings are on there. So the video, as well as just the audio of the entire recording, or just the breathwork and meditation. So you can have that if ever you just want to go back and do that by yourself. So it's always going to be on the same link. Okay, so Mark says, I received it twice, so it's sending everything to, oh, it's receiving 2 times. Okay, thanks Mark for letting me know. Okay, so I'm gonna just take a note of this in the chat. And if you just wanna let me know if you're receiving or if you're not receiving them, okay, then we're gonna have a look at that. Okay, so just love for everyone to just go ahead and take a deep cleansing breath so we can arrive here in this space. So just take a deep breath in through your nose and open your mouth, release. Just coming into this space and coming into this present moment. So I'd love to just get a pulse on how everyone is doing today. As you know, I love to start these sessions off with a 2-word check-in. And if you have been joining us since the beginning, or at least for more than one session, you may have noticed that the energy is changing for us and collectively around the planet. So if you'd like to go ahead and just share in the chat box 2 words to describe how you are feeling in this moment. And that will really just help me to know how to support you guys all today. You know, there really is this beautiful energy when we connect live in solidarity, and I love to just customize the call, the meditation, and the coaching around what would be most supportive for you during this time. So Virginia mentions, oh, Virginia said hi from Barcelona. Hello. Debbie mentioned tired but calm. Okay. Steffi, hello from Germany. Virginia, anxious and imbalanced. Okay. You guys can just keep typing that in. Mark saying good but distracted. Stephanie saying emotional and angry throughout the day. Okay. And we'll just see how else everyone else is feeling. And does anyone would like to share as well if they have continued their breathwork meditation practice throughout the week, separate from just this call, or if they've started to do that a little bit more frequently during the week? And just let us know in the chat box, have you found that supportive, and what you have been doing in particular that you found supportive for you. Monica's saying, I feel distracted, emotional, some fears, and imbalanced. Okay. And also, how's everyone sleeping these days? I just like to get a pulse on that as well. Virginia's saying breath work. Yes, for Julie, who was with me. Okay, beautiful. So just sharing what you found supportive, if you've been maybe going back to the breathwork meditation, and then also just sharing how your sleep has been. Hannah saying very distracted today. Okay, so a lot of still feelings of anxious, imbalance, distracted, emotional. I'm seeing a lot of emotional right now. Okay, Virginia is saying I'm meditating in the morning, which is helpful, and sleeping well. Beautiful. Stephania from London. Hello, London. Light and sense of acceptance. It's my first time in this group. Welcome, Stephania. Okay, so I'm seeing, yeah, the energy is a bit different from last week. Last week, a lot of people were like calm and focused. So it's really interesting just to get a pulse and reading from how everyone's feeling during this time. Stephanie's saying, I did not sleep well in the last days, wake up often during the night, and it's hard to come back to sleep. Monica's saying not good at all, difficult to fall asleep at night, and no deep sleep during the night. So I wake up really tired. Yes. Yeah, I'm having a feeling that this sleep is going to be a big one for all of us. Mark is saying still struggling to sleep during the night as well. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to get a pulse on that because that's kind of what I've been hearing as well from people in my tribe and some of my clients, which it was part of the inspiration for doing what I was thinking about doing today, but I think we'll probably go with that. So I just wanted to run through a bit of tips about our sleep. So as you know, like they always say, at least 8 hours a day is, the most beneficial for our quality of sleep and also for our immune system. But obviously in times of uncertainty and when we are panicked and we're feeling anxious, it's really natural, right, that our sleep is disturbed. So in addition to breath work and meditation, which we're going to do on the call, I'd love to just give you some tips on what else you can do throughout your day to really support you to get the sleep that you need, because the sleep obviously is number one, really important just for our quality, peace of mind, and our mental, emotional, and physical health, but really important for our immune system, right? Because of this is what this is all about, and this is why we're at home, is because of this virus. So, in addition to diet and all those other things, like sleep is so important. So, if you have a pen and paper, if you want to just get something so you can jot this down, or you can always just go back to the recording. So some of the things that I've found personally, I've learned from my teachers throughout the years, and I recommend and highly encourage to my clients. So some of the things are to limit your caffeine intake. So I know this may be hard for some people. I know I was a big coffee drinker back in LA and London, but this is really, this really puts you in that fight or flight stress mode. It doesn't calm your nervous system at all. It has this ability to, you use it because you want to be awake, but in the same time, it puts you in that stress response. So I would encourage you to start to limit your caffeine intake, or maybe try green tea or white tea. That's something I do in the morning. I take green tea, and I've been doing that for years in replace of coffee. Another thing is to limit your news intake. So this is a big one, right? Especially before we go to bed. So I know it's really important to stay informed, right? We need to know what's going on in the world. But it's also really important not to consume too much of it. As we all know, most of it is predicated on fear. And when we have this fear coming at us, it's natural for the brain to have this response like, I'm being attacked. And we go back into that fight or flight stress response, which is responsible for increased cortisol, for the adrenaline, for our heart to start pumping. So I really encourage you to limit the amount of news you get per day, and especially right before bed. It's not really encouraged to look at the news right before you go to bed. Another thing is also the time you go to bed. So this is really interesting, right? Because we think 8 hours is 8 hours, but if you think about it, if you go to bed, say 10 p.m. versus I go to bed at 1 a.m. and either 10 p.m. or 1 a.m. I still get 8 hours, but for some reason, and I know I'm not the only one, even if you go to sleep at 1 a.m., 8 hours, maybe 10 hours, you wake up feeling lethargic, you feel depleted, like, did I really sleep that long? Because according to Chinese traditional medicine, it does matter the hours that we sleep. So they're saying that the best time to go to sleep is between the hours of 9 to 11. So you really want to make sure and be conscious of what time you go to bed, because all our organs, all the functions in our organs are also tied to our mood, our emotional health, our mental health. You know, there's certain times of the day that they start to rest, that they start to restore, replenish, and detox. So if we're not allowing our physical body and our organs to have this very important time to rest, then that's why we're feeling depleted. So I just encourage you to try going to sleep at a reasonable hour. And then maybe, you know, if it's hard, just try to, you know, decrease it. Is that right? Decrease it, increase. So for instance, if you're used to going to bed at midnight, just, you know, go to bed at 11:30. So don't do something so drastic like midnight and then, okay, I'm going to go to bed at 9 p.m. But just try it. I encourage you to try it, or even if it's just like a 20-minute difference, right? And just see how you feel like after a week of doing that. Another thing that I encourage is a bath. A bath is a really beautiful thing to have right before bedtime, especially with Epsom salts and essential oils such as like lavender or eucalyptus. This really helps to regulate and soothe your nervous system. So it's really helpful to put you in that more calm, rest and digest part of your nervous system instead of the fight or flight response. So if you have a bath, beautiful. If you don't, then you can always use those essential oils, you know, 1 drop on the bottom of your shower, allow it to naturally steam as you're taking a shower. If you don't have a bath, Epsom salts, you can also rub it, like do like a salt rub on your body. And that's something I do in the shower as well if I can't get to a bath. That's another good thing that you can do. Another thing that I recommend is that you can put something on your eyes. So either an eye mask, or just make sure that it's super dark in your room. So if you think about it with babies, they have like these blackout blinds when you bring them home from the hospital, because it really helps them to sleep. So when it's really dark, this naturally increases our melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. So I encourage you to just get something over your eyes and try that as well, because that will help you to naturally increase that sleep hormone so that you can just naturally, hopefully, fall asleep. Another thing that I would encourage is a gratitude practice. So this is a beautiful way to get out of that anxious, stressed mentality. You have all these thoughts coming in through your head and can't go to sleep at night. And so if you just switch and change your vibration to a higher state, and you have a gratitude practice, maybe have a journal next to your bedside where you write down a few things that you're grateful for that day, and you just end your day in gratitude. And I always encourage my clients to, when they start a gratitude practice, not to repeat. So it's a bit of a stretch, but I just encourage you to try it, and you'll see that there are unlimited things to be grateful for. Did anyone have questions about some of those tips that I mentioned on how to get a better quality sleep. And those are just some things. I mean, obviously you can try, yeah, like using a misting essential oils while you're sleeping, like lavender. Also, you know, maybe you like binaural beats, you can use something like that, or nature sounds, just something to really get you to really, like I said, to regulate and soothe your nervous system. Because usually, even before this virus, we were in a constant state of fight or flight in our nervous system. And then now more than ever, because we are home and because there's so much uncertainty and we're being isolated and we don't know when this is going to end. It will end eventually. This too shall pass. But because we don't know, we are constantly on, like, feeling threatened. We're constantly feeling like on guard, if that makes sense. So you want to try to do as much as throughout your day. So some of these practices are before bedtime, but like I mentioned with the news, with your caffeine intake, also if you can like move your body, like get some of that energy out, some of the things that you do throughout the day will have an effect on how you sleep at night. So if you have any questions about what I just shared, do let me know. Stefania said, sometimes I used to listen meditation or particular wave sounds before going to sleep. It works wonderfully. Beautiful. Yes, absolutely. And I think today we're going to do a meditation. We're going to do a meditation, and I'm going to have you guys lie down for this one. Hopefully you're in a place where you can lie down. Anyone else have any questions about sleep, or if something's coming up for you? I've also been hearing that a lot of people are having really vivid dreams during this time. So my encouragement is, number one, don't be too attached. Don't be too attached to whatever it is you're dreaming, because it's just, you know, maybe some suppressed emotions that we're just not releasing in our conscious state and we're awake. But then also it could be a messenger. So, you know, you can always just journal it. Keep a journal next to your bed and write it down, and maybe you go back to sleep or look at it later, or you can meditate on it. But I have been hearing that people are having a lot of vivid dreams. So just know that you're not alone. That's completely normal. That's what's happening. I think also because we are at home right now and we're in lockdown, we're all being really forced to pause and slow down and tune inwards and connect more to, you know, that spiritual connection. And I think that's why we are having such vivid dreams during this time. Okay, so if no one else has any questions about what I just shared, we're going to go straight into the breath work and meditation. So for this one, I would love to invite you to lie down for this one. So if you can, just move whatever you have that's around you so that you can lie comfortably. If you feel like you want a bolster under your knees or a blanket over you or a pillow under your head, go ahead and get that now. Also, if you have an eye mask or if you have a scarf or a tie or a yoga belt, I'd love if you can use that to put over your eyes so you can experience that during the meditation, to be in darkness. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys get settled in. I'll give you a few minutes because I see some people left their space to go and come back and get whatever they need to be comfortable. So again, if you have anything to put over your eyes, doesn't have to be a formal eye mask. It could be a scarf, pashmina, tie, even just a shirt, anything that will feel lovely over your eyes and the fabric is nice and plush. I think some people, okay, yes, some people are still to come back. And those that don't have your video on, I'm hoping that you are somewhere comfortable. I think, Hannah, are you still? Hannah's not there. Oh, you are there. Okay, you've lied down. Okay, good. I thought you went to get something. Okay, so I think everybody is lying down now. Beautiful. So first I'm just gonna explain the breath work, and then we're gonna do it together, lying down, and I'm gonna talk you through the guided meditation. So this breath work is very simple. We're gonna inhale for 4. We're gonna hold for 4, and then we're gonna exhale for 8. Okay, so we're gonna inhale and hold for a count of 4, and then exhale, double count for 8. So we're gonna do that together. I'm gonna talk you through it, and I'm gonna leave you on your own so you can be in your space. And then I'm gonna take you through the guided meditation. Okay, so let's just take a few deep cleansing breaths first, just to release any tension. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release. Inhale, release, and one more. Inhale and release. Beautiful. So we're going to inhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And continue in your own breath. Continue in your own time. You're doing beautifully. Just continuing just as you are, with your eyes closed, bringing awareness to your breath. Good. And on your last exhale, just breathing as you normally would. Just allowing yourself now to fully become present. Just releasing any counts to your breath. Just breathing normally. Inhale and exhale. Allowing your legs to rest heavy. Allowing your feet to flop out by their sides. Allowing your arms to rest heavy alongside you. Bringing your palms to face up towards the sky. Coming into a state of receptivity. Allowing your eyes to fall heavy behind your head. Allowing your lips to slightly part so that your jaw can fully decompress. Allowing yourself to fully become present. Feeling the weight of your body against the floor or the couch. Allowing yourself to just melt here. And if the mind starts to wander, because that's what the mind wants to do, just bring your awareness back to my voice. Bring your awareness back to the breath. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. But just lying here in this moment. Feeling yourself completely supported by the earth below you. Feeling yourself held by the universe around you. Allow yourself to soften here. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Soften your eyes. Soften the space between your eyes. Soften your jaw. Soften your throat. Soften your shoulders even more across your back and across the earth. Soften your arms, elbows. Feel the backs of your hands weighing onto the earth. And soften each and every finger. Relax. Soften your chest. Soften the space around your physical heart. And breathe here. Feel the space that you create as you breathe. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Soften your belly. Soften your thighs, knees. Relax. Soften your shins, ankles. Feel your feet on the earth. Soften each and every toe. Relax. Soften the soles and heels of your feet. Soften your calves, behind your knees, backs of your thighs. Relax. Soften your seat, behind your lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax. Soften the back of your neck, back of your head. Soften your scalp. Soften your forehead. Relax. My whole body is relaxed. My whole body is at peace. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale peace. And exhale, letting go what no longer serves you. Inhale peace. Exhale, letting go even further. And as you lie here, allowing yourself to be completely open, completely soft, completely relaxed, completely at peace. Allowing yourself to just bask in this beautiful energy of calm and connection that you have created, that's already within you, that you can access at any time. Allowing yourself to feel this feeling of calm. Allow yourself to feel this feeling of connection in your body, connected to Mother Earth, and connected to everyone on this call, and connected to the universe. Breathe into that. Beautiful. And I'm just going to allow you here to just lie here with your eyes closed, allowing yourself to receive whatever it is that's meant for you to come forward during this time in meditation. Allow yourself to be open and receptive. Palms facing up. Heart open and expanded. Allowing whatever needs to come forward for your highest good. Allowing that to come forward now. Beautiful. And when you're ready, just taking a deeper breath, bringing movement to your fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back into your conscious body and the space around you. Extending your arms alongside your ears for stretch. Hugging your knees in to your chest. Keeping your eyes closed and just fall to your right side. Coming into fetal position, just making a pillow with your right hand. And when you are ready, just pushing into your left hand, coming back up, keeping your eyes closed. And once you come up to a comfortable seat, just lowering your head down. And then when you're ready, gently opening your eyes so that the first thing you see is yourself. And then when you're ready, coming back into the space with everyone on the call. So welcome back, everyone. I'm right there with you because when I do the meditation, I'm there. I'm in that headspace with you. So does anyone would like to share how that meditation was for them, or maybe what came forward during that time of stillness? You can go ahead and write that in the chat box. And if you'd like to share with us live, feel free to unmute yourself. And does anyone want to share maybe how that was if you did cover your eyes? How that might have been different than your usual meditations. Granted, you were lying down this time, but also the extra tip about closing your eyes. So Debbie shared calm, gentle, felt very soothing. Beautiful. Virginia said very relaxing and peaceful. Beautiful. Anyone else would like to share, or maybe share if something came forward to you during the meditation? If something didn't, no worries. That's beautiful too. But sometimes when we allow ourselves in that stillness, being very open, soft, and receptive, that allows for us to get these certain inspiration and downloads that will be supportive for us. Steffi said, very peaceful as well. I really calmed down. Beautiful. Okay, so I'd love to just open up the call now. We have about 20 minutes to the hour. If there's anything at this moment that I can support you with, any challenges maybe that you're facing in terms of being in lockdown, whether it's in your work or your relationships, communication, clarity, whatever it is, I'd love to just use this time to be able to support you individually, especially as you've come to join us live, and get that extra support if you think that would be helpful for you at this time. Feel free to just type in the chat box and would be happy to support you. I think some people are typing, so I'm just gonna wait till that pops up in the chat box. And if anyone had any questions, again, this is a time that is really for you. If you had questions about that meditation or something that came up, you know, happy to support you in that as well. Virginie says, what kind of breath work would you recommend if I have the feeling of a knot in my stomach? Okay. So Virginia, is this something that is constant throughout the day, or is this something, this is what happens physically in your body when you're feeling stressed or anxious? Just want to make sure that I understand where this feeling might be coming from, so I know how best to support you. Because definitely when we have feelings of stress or anxiety, it manifests differently, right? For some of us in our body. So some people it could be their shoulders, some people it could be their lower back. So quite constant, but particularly when I am stressed, okay? I mean, there would be some other things in addition to breath work that I would encourage you to try. So even, like certain, do you do yoga at all? Like certain stretches? I think that would really be beneficial for you if you do like twists, stuff that can really get down to really massaging our deep organs and those parts of our body that we don't normally stretch and we detoxify when we're just doing regular aerobic exercise, or if we're not doing at all since we're not getting out. I would encourage some yoga because that will really help with that. But in terms of breath work, the one that I would recommend for feeling a knot in my stomach, I mean, I would really recommend, okay, let's see. Oh no, that's Monica, I think. Okay, so I'd really recommend just deep conscious breaths. So instead of the holding the breath that we did for this one, I would encourage you to just do deep inhale and deep exhale, and really from your belly. So it really helped for you to have your hand resting onto your lower belly and make sure that the breath is coming from your belly, because a lot of times our breath is coming just from our chest and we're not doing deep conscious breathing. So it really helps to do it in and out through the nose, and this is why yoga is so helpful to really get that deep conscious breathing, because a lot of the times when we're doing just aerobic exercise, we're breathing like in and out through our mouth, and that's not really helping, right? Like the deep conscious breathing that goes all the way down through our diaphragm and into our belly, because in our belly is where a lot of our tension can hold. So I would recommend just deep, just inhale. You can try either 4, work your way up to 5, and then exhale for the same even count. I don't want you to be too focused on, you know, something that's too complicated. I really want you to just focus on the depth and like lengthening your breath. So like slowly increasing that. Does that make sense, Virginie? And again, bringing your hand down onto your belly. And I think doing some yoga stretches will help with that as well. And just being conscious, right? So if you have this feeling, because we all have different physical triggers when we're feeling stressed. Mine usually is shoulders or lower back. So if for you, it's your stomach, you know that you're being triggered, you're feeling stressed, and you're getting in that fight or fight stress response, is to stop whatever you're doing, close your eyes, rest your hand onto your belly, and just breathe. Just keep breathing. Inhale, exhale until you're feeling like it's gone down. Another thing that I recommend is tapping. I don't know how many people are familiar with emotional freedom technique or tapping. I might do this on the next call next week, just because that's coming up a lot, and I use that personally and with my clients for anxiety and stress. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. Monica, and let me know, Virginia, if that supported you. Monica said, I feel that I'm postponing lots of things regarding taking self-care, for example. I always have something to do before my meditation time or yoga time. Also, when I try to meditate sitting down, my middle back hurts a lot. Is that normal? Just wondering, Monica, if you sit on a block or some type of cushion, because definitely it helps. Like even myself that have been meditating, doing yoga for a long time, I always sit on like one of those yoga blocks, just because when our knees are able to touch the floor, then we're able to sit up and really align our spine. So normally we're just kind of, it really helps if you're sitting on something. So even if it's like a folded blanket, if you don't have a yoga block, and you'll notice that helps to just erect the spine, allow the knees to touch the floor. So maybe try that when you're meditating. And then, you know what, you can also just do it sitting in a chair, you know, definitely comfort over style. You can always just do it in a chair with your feet flat on the earth, and see if that supports you as well. But I definitely encourage you to try sitting on something, because I definitely sit on something myself. It literally physiologically helps the spine to erect straight, and then so that way you're not feeling like there's too much pressure when you're sitting for long periods of time. In terms of self-care, definitely I would say have a routine as much as possible, right? Like, because we have this time of uncertainty, routine is the best thing that can help calm our nervous system, because we know what's coming, right? It's the one thing we can control. So if you know that 2 days a week you can do yoga, then I would say find either you have a home practice, or you know there's a teacher you follow and they do a live stream, like put it in your calendar, right? So if it's not blocked off in your calendar, it's not going to happen. So you have to literally put it in your calendar. This is my yoga time, and it's non-negotiable. So that would be my biggest encouragement, is to block that time in your calendar. And then as for meditation, my biggest encouragement is always first thing in the morning before anything you ever do. So without looking at your phone and even brushing your teeth, like just do it. Get up, splash some cold water on your face. There's some essential oils that could be supportive as well, just to help you get in that mindset, like frankincense or balance from doTERRA, just really help you just get grounded, and then do some of the breath work. A really supportive one I've done before in the calls is the Kapalabhati, the breath of fire, which you may find really supportive to help you just like get present, wake up, but at the same time be really present, and then go straight into your meditation. So let me know if that was supportive for you. Debbie and Hannah said they would be interested in tapping. Okay, beautiful. So I think I'm gonna do that next week. Are some of you guys familiar with what tapping is? Or maybe we'll just mention it on the call next week, because I'm going to be conscious of the time. Monica mentioned thing. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Yeah, so the way that tapping, like, is there anyone not familiar with tapping? Because I don't want to take up too much time on this call and to talk about. But basically, it helps to reprogram any trauma, pain, any triggered response that we're having. It's literally reprogramming our amygdala. So when we have like a certain fight or flight response based on fear, anxiety, or panic, we're basically tapping through that, and we're firing up the stress response, but at the same time we're calming it down, so that we're basically retraining the brain, right? Because the brain it's plastic, like you can create new neural pathways. So that's what we're doing when we're doing tapping, because there's these lines of energy, our meridians, like in the same way when you have acupuncture or you do yoga, or yin yoga, like we're all made up of energy. And so when you tap into these energy points, it literally will help to fire up that response that we're getting in our amygdala, but then also it reprograms it so that we don't have that trigger anymore. So I think, yeah, I'll do that next week, and we can do that instead of the breath work. So tapping is really great either on its own, or you can do it before meditation as well. Okay, so anyone else have any questions, or any way I can support you? We have about 8 minutes left or so. And then also just wanted to mention to you here, for those of you that are new on this call or new to my community, I am offering these free 30-minute one-on-one lockdown support sessions. It's really just a gift to my tribe to really help you with whatever you're being challenged with right now in lockdown to get you an individualized plan, to get you some tools and practices to support you in whatever it is that you are being challenged in. Again, it could be your work, relationships, whether you are isolating with people or even isolating by yourself. Any spectrum, you know, we're all being challenged at this time. So I'd love to be able to support you. And if you're interested in connecting with me one-on-one for 30 minutes for this lockdown support session, I'm just going to put the link here. And it's going directly to my calendar. I believe this week there aren't any more sessions, but Monday there is some availability. If for any reason the time zone, you know, I think there's some people that when someone's in South Africa, and some, if it doesn't work, then let me know and we'll find a time that will work in your time zone that will be supportive for you. Okay, so anyone else have any questions or want to share something with us? Oh, we still have you live. So, oh, Debbie said, thanks so much. So it was relaxing. Take care. Oh, beautiful. My pleasure. Thank you so much for joining. It's always so lovely to have people live, right? It's just a different energy, but obviously the recording is just as supportive. Okay, Monica said, this is my first session. Happy to join. Beautiful. And for those of you that it's your first session, do you mind just sharing how you found out about the free meditation call? Okay, everyone. So I think we're going to call that complete for today. Thank you so much for joining live, and hopefully catch you next week. And I am noting it down. Next week, we're going to do the tapping. So definitely join us for that if you can live, and feel free to share it with your friends if you think it will be supportive for them. You can just send them the registration link, which is the Leslie Saglio /free meditation. I'll put it in here as well. But you guys all probably have it since you did it already, but I'll still put it here. And definitely, if you think you have anyone that might find this supportive, would love to have them join us and connect. Okay, everyone. So stay safe, calm, connected, and healthy. And I will see you guys all soon. Much love, many blessings. Bye.